Don't we? Do you guys like carols? I like Christmas carols. Christmas has always been so special. I know it's special for everyone, and I've been trying to think about what I wanted to say tonight, so I couldn't think of very much. So if I just kind of ramble, you guys just start singing, okay? But last year, we talked about, in between each carol, we talked about the history of the carols and why they were written and when they were sang and what made them famous. And I got to thinking, what if we talk about our history of Christmas and our traditions? And this is supposed to be a time for us to kind of connect as a church and just be informal. So I thought in between the songs, we can share about what we do for Christmas. And please, someone share, or I'll volunteer you. Can I do that? But I guess I'll go first. So, as you guys know, I'm from California, so we didn't have a lot of cold weather. But during the winter, we had a little bit. And Christmas, it was always kind of foggy. So I love the fog because it just makes me think of being cozy and having a fire. And some of our traditions were, my dad would make this hot rice cereal. I know, probably, It was really, he's not here, otherwise he could defend himself, but it was so good. It had cinnamon, sugar, and butter, and I mean, maybe some like grits, maybe. But it became a tradition because we loved it so much. It was so unique. It was something that we did every year. And music is such a huge part of my life growing up. We would go to the Messiah. We would go to different concerts. And I think that's why I like carols so much. We would go caroling to the nursing homes just like we do here. So those are just memories that I love about Christmas. And some of the Christmas carols have the most powerful words if we really listen to them. I know sometimes we get, what's that word, guys? What's the word? We get used to the words of Christmas songs and even get used to singing hymns that the words aren't meaningful anymore. But when we really sit down and listen and think about the words, they're so powerful. So this is a hymn that we don't sing very often, but I heard someone speak about, and the words are really beautiful. So I wanted to read them to you before we got started. So the song is called "Come Thou Long Expected Jesus." Come, thou long expected Jesus, born to set thy people free. From our fears and sins release us. Let us find our rest in thee. Israel's strength and consolation, hope of all the earth thou art. Dear desire of every nation, joy of every longing heart. Born thy people to deliver, born a child yet a king, born to reign in us forever, now thy gracious kingdom bring. By thine own eternal spirit, rule in our hearts alone. By thine all-sufficient merit, raise us to thy glorious throne. So please just join us as we sing and praise Jesus and just have fun with the kids and really listen to the words and just invite Jesus into your hearts.
Now
Okay, so who wants to share about a family tradition or a church tradition or just something that makes Christmas special to their family? Ooh, I get to point people out? Do I get to do this? Is this how pastors feel when no one looks at you? No one's looking at
Okay, so every year, and also I typically don't turn down a microphone when one is passed to me, so there's that, Amy. Every year when we bring our tree into the house, it's really silly and cheesy and has nothing to do necessarily with church Christmas, but it's our tradition when we bring our tree in. Whoever's bringing the tree in, the rest of us stand around in the living room and we sing a fun little song called "The Tree Is Coming In." That I might have made up. I don't know. I can't. I'll try. I'm a little bit sick. It sounds like this. What do I do? You ready to sing "The Tree Is Coming In" song? They're like, no. So, it sounds like this. The tree is coming in. The tree is coming in. Oh, the tree is coming in. Clearly, I'm struggling tonight.
One more. What do you like about Christmas? You can just tell me what you like about Christmas. Brother Don. Y'all start thinking, okay, after the next song.
One of the things I remember about Christmas is that my dad and I would go into the field or the woods and we'd find a Christmas tree. That was always a big event for me. We didn't have electric lights and we couldn't go buy trees, so we went and found a tree in the wild and cut out a Christmas tree and brought it in, and we'd pick up sweet gum balls and decorate them with flour and water and sprinkle the flour on the tree to make it look white. And to me, that had a lot of memories. For Christmas, we would get chocolate candy, chocolate drops, and some cheese for Christmas. And it was a real big treat at Christmas if we got an apple.
In a manger, no crib for a bed, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet
Okay, I want to hear some more traditions. Maybe some New York traditions.
Well, we're not from the West Coast, we're from the East Coast, so we get this stuff that's called snow, and a lot of it typically. But a tradition we usually have is getting bundled up and going out and getting the tree, and when you get the tree, it was the anticipation of waiting for the snow to melt off when you brought it in the house and getting everything ready for it, you know, getting decorations out and getting the snacks, and that was always something that stuck. It didn't stick out so much till we moved down here, but now it's, well, we don't get snow on the trees, so it's a little easier.
Okay, so one tradition in our family is when we open the gifts, we're not allowed to open them all at the same time. One person has to open them one at a time. You want to tell them? One person has to open them at a time while you are videoed, while you're opening the present. So everyone gets to see what everyone gets. And so you better like your present because you're going to be on video forever.
Hey, one more. I'm going to go right here. Yes, one more tradition.
Okay, so we don't really do it on Christmas Eve anymore, but we always went to Aunt Faustine house, and she would buy coconuts, and all the men would grate up coconuts. And after we got done, we would all, of course, get around the piano, and she would play, and we would sing, and then we've outgrown her house, and we come out to church usually and have our time here, and then we'd always go like the day after and eat, because she'd make a cake from the coconuts, so.
Can I come? Oh. Oh. Okay. Go ahead. Oh, little town of Bethlehem. Oh, little town of Bethlehem. Go ahead. Oh, little town of Bethlehem. Yeah.
So this don't happen every year, but when it does happen, it's like a miracle. So when we get snow, we make snow cream. Like the whole family comes and helps, and so that's very, I don't know, it's just something nice. And there's usually Christmas music going, so.
Thank you.
So we would always go to Kentucky for my mom's Christmas, and my granddaddy, who was a preacher, would always read the Christmas story. And then, of course, we would read out of the Bible, the Christmas story. But now we have all started doing it with our own kids and videoing it like we used to. And it's fun to watch our videos versus the videos now, because we have a funny video of Carson like running around the house and Joel still reading the Christmas story to himself, you know. But but that's just something that's special to me, is not only the Bible Christmas story, of course, but just the memories that were with the Bible story that we read in Kentucky that we still, all of us do.
I guess one of our traditions is most of the time we go and see the lights, and everybody always begs to open at least one gift on Christmas Eve. But then, of course, Santa Claus comes, and no one gets to come down the steps. You have to sit at the top of the steps. Everyone has to wake up, and you go and you crash and make the other ones, the older ones usually, get up, so we can all go downstairs to see what Santa Claus brought. So everybody has to wait around, and we do the videos as well to see all the excitement.
One of my favorite memories when I was a child, I was in 7th grade, and we had drawn names at school. All of the girls got, from the person that got their name, they all got chocolate-covered cherries, which was my absolute favorite. I opened my gift, and I had a pair of gloves. So I went home very upset. And we didn't have a lot of money at that point in time, and they had already gotten all our Christmas. But I got up Christmas morning, and in the very back was a box that my daddy had got for me. The only problem was he'd set this box too close to the fireplace, and he liked to have a big fire going. So I didn't get chocolate-covered cherries. I got a huge chocolate-covered cherry. It was all melted. And y'all can all tell by looking at me, that's usually a gift somebody in my family will get for me, is a box of chocolate-covered cherries.
Some of my favorite memories are from when I was younger, and probably until my grandparents moved here, every single year, every Christmas Eve, we would go to Paris on Christmas Eve and have Christmas there. And then on Christmas morning, we would get up and have Christmas at home and then go to my grandparents and have Christmas at their house. So we had the same routine, Christmas Eve, Christmas morning for 30-something years, and it never changed. We did the same thing, and those are some of the best memories.
One of the best Christmas memories I remember is from the time I was able to walk, actually. At my grandparents' home on Christmas Eve, we'd always have quail for supper that night. And after my grandparents passed away, of course, my parents continued the tradition. Well, my parents have now passed away, and it sort of slowed down there. The tradition did, because it got to be about 30 or 35 of us in the immediate family. So it sort of slowed down, but after the family sort of separated a little bit, we all still live locally, but my wife and I have continued the tradition of having quail for Christmas Eve every day, every year.
I don't know where Brother Don got his information a while ago, but he forgot about the holly bushes, too, to get the red hollies off, to string them, and also the popcorn. Did you forget about the popcorn, Brother Don? But one of the things is you go back in the tradition. I can remember my mother making those coconut cakes, busting those coconuts, and taking a big ham and putting it in a big pot and boiling it. And what a tradition Christmas dinner we had. And in fact, I was just sharing with someone today, it would be nice to have an old-fashioned Christmas because now it seems to be about all the things that we have and the monies that we have. Back then, we didn't have it. And Christmas really celebrated with the true love of Jesus Christ our Lord.
Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. To the world the Savior reigns. That when their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love.
Well, if Amy wasn't going to call me out, Ellie definitely was. So a fun one that I used to do when I was little. On Christmas morning, I would love to go wake Mom and Dad up at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell them Santa came. But a fun one we like to do at our house now is we get all of the Christmas decorations out and jam out to Christmas music and watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, and just hang out and have hot chocolate and bake cookies and just have all kinds of fun. And then Ellie likes to carry on my tradition and wake us up at the butt crack of dawn. So, yay, it continues.
It's way back, right? I'm coming to the back. Do any of my folks in the back want to talk? Dawn, Taylor, Nanny, do you want to say anything?
My favorite one is we all get together. We got about 23, 25, and we're just all over the house and just enjoying each other and just loving each other. And of course, Christ is the reason for Christmas.
Yeah, Nanny!
Before I was even born, my mother's side of the family gathered on Christmas Eve at my grandmother's house, and we carried that on through all of my grandmother's life. And when she passed away, we picked the whole thing up, moved it to my uncle's house, but we still meet on Christmas Eve night. And so it's been going on since before I was born and still going on to this day, even though I'm still a very young man. But one thing I notice about so many of what we've all said is family. And you know, if you're fortunate enough to have a friend that you're still really close to, 20 years or more, that's something really special. But most of the time, you know, friends come and go. You don't have the same set of close friends you may have had 20 years ago that you have now. But family's something that lasts. And for all these memories that we have, family is an important part of it. And so it's special. And we ought to really remember that family that started that Christmas night in Bethlehem is a reflection of what we can reflect today.
I guess the tradition we started when Dustin and I married, we have breakfast Christmas morning at our house with Larry and Brenda and the kids. Of course, our older kids have married now, and they come, and it's just very rare with them all living off that we get together. So we really cherish those moments and Christmas breakfast where we all get to spend that morning together and time together, because family is everything, and those are just rare times we get.
I guess as a child and as a young man, the memory that most stands out in my mind is that when we'd gather on my dad's side of the family, it was a really large family, probably as many as 70 by the time my grandmother got to the point that she couldn't handle it anymore, and it was about the only time of the year that entire family was gathered together under one roof, and it was a real special time when my grandmother would actually fix dressing in a dishpan. It was so many to feed, and I guess that's the thing, and my wife kind of carries that on even today with the family that we have now. So it is a cherished memory.
Our next song, we're going to do a cappella. I like to say because I think that's how it was first sung, but it's really hard to play. So we're just going to sing a cappella. But it's one of my favorite Christmas songs. And so I'm going to start us off. It's O Come, Emmanuel. Hey, just a couple more. I'm coming from the back. You don't even know I'm coming.
Every Christmas Eve, we'd always go to my great Aunt Sherry's house, and we would gather around, kind of like Ken said, that was the only time of the year that we got to see the extended family. And so we would gather around and sing hymns like we're singing, tonight. So that was always special, enjoying that with family.
Pass it down. When I was growing up, we always thought Santa Claus came on Christmas Eve because on Christmas Day, we all went to my grandmother's house on my mom's side with all the kids. So all of my cousins had their Christmas on Christmas Eve too. So we would all bring our new toys to my grandmother's, and then we would stay. We had a big family too, and so we all got together. We all couldn't fit in the house. We all just hoped that it was warm because we could go outside and play. But we had a lot of fun and being with my cousins and stuff. And we still try to get together now. But since my grandparents have passed away, we don't get together as much. But that was always something I treasured growing up because we were all excited to get together on Christmas Day and play with our new toys and with each other. So.
Calvin won't tell his, but his Nana's from Gulfport, Mississippi. And so on their Christmas, they always have pillimantum shrimp and gumbo, and it's always a Cajun Christmas.
Okay, so on Christmas Eve, we go to my grandmother's, Mom and Pa, and she makes us like breakfast. And then on Christmas Day, me and Dallas, ever since he's been born, like we wait till like Christmas morning, and I know what he's got all year long. Like me and Emily will talk about it, so I'll know what he gets. But there's always one surprise. And so last year he got a dog, and or 2 years ago, Dallas, right? And so it's just a surprise every year, and we like to wait and see what each other got. So that's one of my favorite Christmas memories.
So we have a special song that this back bench is going to sing for you.
Hear the angels sing, there's hope for everyone. To announce our King, there's hope for everyone. What good news they bring, there's hope for everyone. Angels sing, there's hope for everyone. They came from afar, there's hope for everyone. Wise men saw the star, there's hope for everyone. Shepherds heard the choir, there's hope for everyone. From afar, there's hope for everyone. We are waiting on the promise for the one who lights the darkness. Love to be among us. Bring your glory in the highest, Jesus. Come let us adore. There's hope for everyone on the manger floor. There's hope for everyone. What are you waiting for? There's hope for everyone. Come adore. There's hope for everyone. We are waiting on the shelves there's hope for everyone. On the clouds there's hope for everyone. We are waiting on a promise, Jesus, for the one who lights the darkness. Jesus, bending low to be among us. Jesus, bring your glory in the highest. Jesus, we are waiting on a promise. For the one who lights the darkness. For the one who lights the darkness. Bending low to be among us. Bring your glory in the highest. Jesus, all of heaven shouts there's hope for everyone. Heaven shouts there's hope for everyone. Heaven shouts there's hope for everyone. Heaven shouts there's hope for everyone.
Okay. We're going to share a couple more memories. You want to tell? You tell the tradition. You want to tell something about Christmas magic?
Every year on Christmas morning, we would get up and open presents, and then we went to my granny's house. She would always cook breakfast, and then we would open all of our other presents and then go home and play with them later.
Thank you. Do you guys want to? Good job, Maddie. What do you like about Christmas? What do you like about Christmas?
Well, Christmas presents.
You like Christmas? I like them. Does anyone else want to share? Go ahead, Cal. Go ahead.
Every year we go outside and we get our tree, and me and Vance get to cut it down, and we bring it in the house and we all put it up and decorate it, and it's really fun.
Go ahead, Adley.
Well, every year on Christmas Eve, we'd play a bunch of games, and then everybody would get in bed, we'd go to sleep, and me and Ella would wake our parents up, and we'd wake everybody else up, and then we'd open presents.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, Eloise. Oh, let her talk in your mic.
Every year we would, on Saturday we would go to my Granny Joyce's house, and we would open presents, and my baby cousins would be there, and we would have a good time, and sometimes we get to bake the cake and stuff because we have a cake for Christmas.
Anybody else? You guys want to have any? Ethan, go ahead.
Thank you, Jesus.
That is so fun, right? Amen. Thank you, buddy. Well, we have. Oh, go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
And the day before Christmas Eve, when me and my mom bake all of the desserts, that's one of my favorite things that we do.
What's your favorite thing? Well, I just want to say one more thing. I just feel so blessed that I was raised with parents who love the Lord, because that's what this is really about. And so many of my memories revolve around my dad reading the story of Jesus being born, and the real reason that we celebrate is Christ's birth, huh? And I'm just going to read this last little part of that song I read before, Come Thou Long Expected Jesus, because this is what it's all about. Born thy people to deliver, born a child and yet a king, born to reign in us forever. Now thy gracious kingdom bring. So we're going to celebrate like the angels told the shepherds to go tell it on the mountain, right? That's what we're going to do right now. So you guys stand. Everybody stand. You guys, you don't Wait a second. Are all your legs
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds kept their watching, or shouting dogs by night, behold, through all the heavens there shone a holy light. Go telling on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go telling on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. The shepherds fear and trembled when low above the earth rained out the angels' chorus that held our Savior's birth. Go tell it on the mountains, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountains that Jesus Christ is born. Tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Hey Vance, can we rock this a little more?
The big kids get to come now. So we want to invite everybody to stand up, obviously, you know. Yeah. While shepherds kept their watching over silent flocks by night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Oh, I said, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. The shepherds feared and trembled when low above the earth rang out an angel chorus that held our Savior's birth. Down in a lonely manger, our humble Christ was born, and God sent us our
Oh, I said go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is Lord. Yes. Seeker, I saw both night and day, and I asked the Lord to help me, and He showed me the way. He made me a watchman upon a city wall, and if I am a Christian, I am the least of all. So I said, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is Lord. Go tell it, go tell it, go tell it, go on and tell it, go tell it, go tell it, go tell it, go on and tell it, go tell it. Go tell it, go tell it, go on and tell it, go tell it, go tell it, go tell it, go on and tell it.
Hey, when Christmas couldn't get no better, guess what happened? It got better, didn't it? I'm telling you, 2 Sunday nights in a row, we've had a good time. And I can't wait till next Sunday morning. I'm telling you, our choir is going to be singing for us next Sunday morning. We're going to have a great time in the Lord. Oh, it's good. Christmas is good. Special. These kids, I'm telling you, testimonies tonight, everything. Thank you so very much. I know now what these kids have been doing on Sunday night downstairs in the music room. They've been practicing and getting ready for a long time. And it's just been such a blessing for us to come together on a Sunday evening like this. Now we're gonna have some hot chocolate and cookies. I think it's on the table out there. But since we're a Baptist church, we get into traditions of doing things. And we got about 5 minutes worth of business that we need to take care of. This is the Sunday night when we do that. And I don't want everybody to stay because we're going to, if we're going to have hot chocolate and cookies, that's worth staying for, right? So it ain't going to take long to get this done. But we're going to do our business meeting right now. And I want my minutes read. Where's my, okay, come read the minutes. There we go.